Do you believe that you can heal yourself? Too often we give our power away to something outside of ourselves, and rarely, if ever, trust and tap into our innate healing power and intuition. Everyone has this capability to heal in ways we never thought possible. It's your sovereign right to claim and have true health and lasting wellness. Now, here is the host of the Dr. Dolores Show, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in our amazing world. And today is like a kind of wet day here in Southern California. And our weather's been kind of strange lately, but you know what? It's all good. So I've got a couple of questions for you. What if you're not here to rise above being human, but to finally live inside of it? Or what if peace isn't found in transcending your body, but listening to it? And what if the reason awakening feels exhausting is because you've been trying to leave the very place your soul came to land? Well, welcome to my show today. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino. I'm a nurse practitioner, a medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And today we're talking about embodiment over enlightenment. Yes, it's lightning proof. What we need to remember is that when we awaken, it's not that we're escaping from being human. We're fully evolving into our humanness. It's about fully inhabiting and embracing all of it. So many people on the spiritual path, chase awareness, but they avoid embodiment. Okay. I think this is probably normal for a lot of things. We're trying to make something happen instead of just allowing it to unfold and be as it is. Does that sound familiar to some of you? I'm sure it does. We've been programmed in our society that you need to be in do mode in order to be a productive member of our society, which, I want to, ask the question, who made that rule up? We know by constantly doing, it's not a good thing overall for us, period. If you look at it and dissect it under a microscope, when you're in constant doing mode, you're constantly in stress. When you're constantly in stress, your immune system gets compromised. When your immune system gets compromised, guess what? You start getting sick. So we really need to do a pivot and change all of that and allow ourselves to just be and receive the wisdom that is within our innate being and then go into divine doing. Okay, so it's not like flipping the script and doing a 180 change and, doing the polar opposite. It's combining the two together, yet combining them in a way that you start with being and just allowing and receiving, and then you go into doing, and then coming back to receive the next pieces of the puzzle for you. So when we are in our minds trying to, chase awareness, we're collecting insights, but there might be a feeling of disconnected, fatigue, or being unreal. Now, when you're able to be in your body and allow this to happen naturally, this is very empowering, and it opens the lid on creativity and just being fully present and in the moment. So you could receive those, I call them divine downloads, and then you could take action into going into doing. So today we're going to talk about why enlightenment without embodiment creates spiritual distance. It's the direct opposite of what we're truly wanting to create for ourselves, and why the body actually uh, why the body is actually where awakening becomes real. That means you have to be in your body in order to experience that. So, there's this thing that we call the spiritual escape pattern. It's like a bypass, okay? And when we go back to the whole dialogue of awakening and when it kind of came on the forefront of, what is happening in our world with ascension and collapsing of timelines and everything like that, early awakening often creates a subtle rejection of the human experience. It has a tendency to bypass emotions, which are really needed in order for you to fully have a human experience here on planet Earth. Okay. Emotions are like the glue that kind of holds everything together. And, I know emotions have really been given a bad rap because we've been told in our culture and society, don't feel, ignore it, it'll go away. And guess what? When you ignore it, it doesn't go away, it gets bigger and it grows, especially for those of us who are empaths, intuitives, and highly sensitive people. I just remember my mom used to not like to feel at all. And she would say, just ignore it, it'll go away. And I would say to her, I'm trying to ignore it, but it's not going away, it's getting bigger. Funny story, huh? So, what it also, you know, early awakening often creates the rejection of the human experience. We're talking about bypassing emotion, but also minimizing desire or overriding fatigue. It's like not listening to your body when you're tired and just keep pushing along and trying to make something happen. Maybe it's disconnecting from pleasure. You need to, or delayed gratification. You can't have pleasure until you do X, Y, and Z, or living in observation instead of participation. People become aware sometimes in the early phases, but less alive because they're kind of pulling their self away from that experience. And like, it's almost like dipping the toe in the pool of feelings. You dip your toe in, you go, I don't want to do that. So it's just like you do everything you can to avoid going into the water and feeling. And yet, when you take a dive into the water, the emotions, this is where the true gifts come, the true healing, and the lasting health and wellness occurs as well. So, have you ever understood something spiritually, but still reacted emotionally? And do you feel like the observer of your life instead of the participant? Or have you tried to stay high vibe instead of honest? It's like pretending that you're something instead of, really being down and honest with yourself. So, a core truth is this: awareness without embodiment becomes disassociation wearing spiritual language. And I'm going to say this again: awareness without embodiment becomes disassociation wearing spiritual language. So, I just want you all we're going to have just a little mini experience here. So, I just invite you all just to take one breath and feel your feet touching the ground. Not thinking about it, just sensing it. Awakening begins where sensation begins. Do you see what I mean? It's like you could feel that. And if this resonates, take a moment today to notice one sensation without interpreting. Just feel it. And just share your experience with me at Dolores at drdolores.com. And just remember to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite listening platform so we could get the word out to everybody. So the body's the body is the soul's interface. One thing to remember about our bodies, they're not a limitation. It's a translation device of consciousness. The soul does not experience life through thought. It experiences through sensation, your feelings, movement, emotion, contact, and choice. Insight lives in the mind, but truth lives in the nervous system. So, when did you spiritually teach yourself to override your body instead of trust it? There's such a disconnect with our bodies and our mind. It's kind of scary. And I see this a lot in being in healthcare, the disconnection that people have between their body and their mind. It's like they're two different entities that really should be merged together, but they're separate and they're doing their own thing. And one is not sure what the other is doing because there's no communication between the two. So it's really about teaching our body and embracing the feelings and what your body is talking to, sharing with you, because believe it or not, we are wired to heal. And what happens when we're not healing is that the parts are not talking to each other. So this is why it's really important to really become friends with your body and your mind and have them play nicely together in the sandbox, okay? So another question I want to pose is, what if anxiety isn't a flaw, but information? How often we feel anxious about something and we don't know why, but it's almost like our innate wisdom is kind of coming through, and it's an unconscious response to maybe a somatic response we're having within our body. Okay. So just pay attention to those because those are important as well. And, I think this is so important right now in this day and age. What if fatigue is guidance and not resistance? Fatigue, when we're listening to our bodies, sometimes we need more rest because for many of us, when we rest and sleep, this is how we process and we heal our body. We've gone through lifetimes of always being on the up and up and have stressed our bodies, have maximally stressed our nervous systems, and it's time to stop that and to learn how to regulate our nervous systems and just listen to what our body is telling us. One thing I want to really force home is this: enlightenment understands reality, embodiment participates in reality. So I just want to have you all just unclench your jaw and drop your shoulders. Okay. It's surprising how often we carry so much tension in our back, upper back, and our jaw. A lot of people grind their teeth at night. When we are able to relax those parts of our body, just notice the change that happens in perception. So we're getting ready to go to our first break already in our show. I can't believe it. And when we come back, we're going to take a deeper dive into some of the other things that prevent us from fully embodying our experience. And so stay tuned. And when we come back, we'll share some more.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, your host, and we've been talking about embodiment over enlightenment and how often when people become spiritual, they're not grounded in their reality here on earth, where they're kind of in the clouds instead of really being grounded and interfaced into their bodies, which is so essential because we want to carry that essence and ground it into reality in the present moment. So, before break, we talked about the body and the soul's interface and how important it is to be in your body, and especially during these times. And, we talked a little bit about having a little experience where you just and clench your jaw and drop your shoulders. And that's just enough sometimes to shift and change your perception and your energetic field. So let's talk now about pleasure and desire and rest as being spiritual, because they are. I think historically there's been many spiritual frameworks out there that, unintentionally they probably reward disconnection, like productivity over presence, detachment over intimacy, and control over surrender. It's almost as if you have that reality is not grounded in present time. It's happening, like plates on poles where somebody's spinning them. It's like one of those magic tricks or whatever. And, you're constantly trying to control everything, whereas, your body's doing something else. So the thing is what we need to remember is the nervous system is where safety is learned. Pleasure regulates the nervous system. That's why it's really important. You can't always be in motion, like moving, 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 you'll do it later, or you need to rest. You need to allow yourself to just be. Pleasure is part of living life as a human being. And we have pleasure and we have things that are not so pleasure. Both are necessary. And it's not that one is better than the other. That's part of being human being. And rest integrates awareness. Rest is important. It has been given a bad rap for the longest time because remember, society had been masculinely dominated for many, many thousands of years, where it was about control of the masses. So how do we control the masses is tell them not to feel. And instead of trusting your instincts, it's like, no, look over here. This is what you need to be doing. And if you don't do it, we're going to punish you. And, okay, those times are over. We're switching to something different now and evolving into something different. Rest is essential. Rest is not something that is optional. It's a necessity. It's how we reboot our computer. our human computer. It's about, we're constantly getting upgraded and download with programs and higher frequencies and vibrations. Your body needs to recalibrate itself, just like a computer when it gets a new program. Remember, we reboot the computer. You have to restart the computer in order for that program to get integrated. Rest is the same thing for our nervous system. And many of us have been going, doing ad nauseum. And it was probably because how we were raised, our culture, society. And I have to ask the question, who made this rule up? Because when you start putting yourself first and taking care of yourself, this is where you're able to set firmer boundaries. And if for some odd reason you're feeling guilty or shame that when you rest, I invite you to go and look at why that is happening, because that's an old programming and an old belief that needs to be healed up and put into place of where it needs to go, because you are worth having rest. You are worth taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. So, like I said, do you feel guilty resting? Do you question your desires? Do you feel more spiritual when you disconnect from your body? That's something interesting too. Wouldn't it be really delicious if you were able to integrate that spiritual aspect of yourself with your physical body? Oh my God, it would be so yummy, and it would be such a transformative type of experience. So just remember this: pleasure is not indulgence, it's grounding. Rest is not laziness, it's integration. And many of us are doing a lot of integration right now because things are changing rapidly. And we just moved from the year of the snake into the year of the fire horse. And you just wait, things are going to be happening quicker and quicker. Just buckle your seatbelts. So, I just want you to place a hand over your heart and just simply notice the warmth. This is embodiment, not dramatic, not mystical, just 100% real. So, why insight doesn't change your life? Are you one of those people who's constantly learning, reading books? I call them shelf help books. You read the book and they're on the shelf and you gain the knowledge, but you never put it into practice. You may be one of these people where you consume teachings and endlessly, but stay stuck. And maybe you're stuck because transformation requires repetition in the body, not realization in the mind. Okay. You don't become peaceful by understanding peace. You become peaceful by practicing safety. And I'm going to say that again because that is so important. You don't become peaceful by understanding peace. You become peaceful by practicing safety. So, how many realizations have you had that didn't change your reactions? What patterns still run automatically in your life or in your mind? And where are you aware but not free? The mind awakens once, and the body awakens through experience. So just imagine embodiment being small, consistent, lived choices, like maybe breathing before reacting. Sometimes just that breath is enough to ground you so you can choose a different response. Yes, you can react, or maybe you could choose more of a, not reactive, but observant type of response. Feeling before analyzing. So feel what you're feeling instead of dipping your toe into the feeling and then popping into your head and trying to figure it out. Really step into the feeling and just allow yourself to be with that feeling. Just breathe into it. And just, what is it bringing up within you? That feeling may bring up feelings of not feeling safe. Just label that and acknowledge that you're not feeling safe. Another one is resting before pushing. Before you really start to try to force and make something happen, just pause and rest and maybe contemplate. These are really, really important. And if you want guidance applying this to your real life, sign up to explore a bridge session with me where we translate awareness into lived change. And you could go to my website to find more information out about that, drdoloresfazino.com. So, what if mastery is becoming human again? Spiritual maturity is not becoming less human. It's like showing up with all of you, okay, fully integrated. It's becoming fully available to grieve, to have joy, to be okay with uncertainty, experience intimacy, and most importantly, be present. You don't transcend the human, you live it consciously. So what part of being human are you still trying to graduate from? We're all works in progress. And it's never going to be perfect. But yet we wait till it's perfect. What emotion do you still label as lower vibration? They're all vibrations. Some are more comfortable vibrations, some are not so comfortable, but yet they're vibrations and they're necessary. So emotions really have a key to being part of the human experience. And what if your humanity is your enlightenment? Maybe it's time to integrate those parts of yourself that you've been putting off or ignoring or stuffing away and allowing yourself to show up in all your aligned best self. I want you to remember this, that awakening does not remove you from life. It actually returns you to it, awake and in the present moment. So just remember this, awareness without embodiment creates distance. The body is where truth becomes real. Pleasure, rest, and desire are spiritual gateways and important ones. Insight changes understanding, and repetition changes reality. It's not a one and done. We're constantly in motion and becoming our best self. Mastery is consciousness. Mastery is conscious participation in being human. So we're going to go to our next break on our show. And when we come back, I'm going to lead you into a guided meditation so you could experience this and put this all together. So stay tuned. And when we come back, we'll talk more about embodiment over enlightenment. So stay tuned.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You've been listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And if you're enjoying our show today, I invite you to subscribe to the Dr. Dolores Show and share this episode with someone who maybe lives in their head more than their life, and come join us inside I'm Awake Now What, our awakening community where awakening becomes something you live, not chase. And if you're ready for personalized guidance, visit my website, drdoloresfazzino.com, and explore working with me one-on-one. And just remember, you are not here to escape your humanity. You are here to experience it consciously. So this is my favorite part of my show, is where I put you guys through a guided meditation with activations and to help you have an experiential experience of what embodiment over enlightenment is really all about. So I'm just going to invite you all to just find a comfortable spot where you're not going to be disturbed probably for the next 6 or 7 minutes, and just relax and just start off by taking a slow breath in and gently let it go. There's nothing to reach, nothing to achieve, nothing to become in this moment. Just arrive. And take another soft inhale and exhale longer than the inhale. Today, we are not leaving the body to find peace. We are entering it. And just allow your awareness to move from your thoughts down into your physical experience. Notice the weight of your body where you are sitting or lying. Not thinking about your body, feeling your body. Feel gravity holding you. You do not have to hold yourself together right now. The earth is doing that for you very nicely. And take a breath into your chest and exhale slowly through your mouth. And bring your attention to your feet. Not imagining them, sensing them, feeling them. Notice the temperature, the pressure, tingling, or possibly nothing at all. Even numbness is a sensation. You are not trying to change the experience. You are allowing the experience to inform you. And let the awareness gently rise into your legs and notice the muscles without correcting them. If they want to soften, they soften. If they remain tense, that is information, not a problem. Your body is speaking a language older than thought. And just take a slightly deeper breath now. And as you exhale, allow your belly to release. No holding, no performing posture, just human. And feel the quiet intelligence of your abdomen belly, the place where reaction, intuition, and emotion meet. It's not necessary to interpret it, just include it. Awakening happens when nothing inside you is excluded. Now bring one hand to your heart and feel warmth under your palm. Not the idea of love, the sensation of contact. This is where insight becomes truth. Notice your breathing without controlling it. Your body already knows how to live. You are not here to manage existence. You are here to participate in it. Just let your jaw soften and allow your shoulders to drop 1 inch. And feel how perception changes when the body feels safer. Many people try to rise above the human experience. And your soul did not come here for observation. It came for sensation, for contact, for being. So take a deep breath and silently say, I allow myself to be here. Now notice any emotion present. You are not fixing it. You are giving it space to exist in awareness. Peace is not the absence of experience. Peace is the inclusion of experience. So feel your entire body at once now, from feet to head. Not perfectly calm, not perfectly still. Alive. You are not becoming embodied. You are remembering you already are. And take one deeper inhale. And as you exhale slowly, say the following internally. I don't need to transcend this moment to awaken. I need it. So gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And let awareness widen into the room around you. And bring this knowing with you. Your body is not a distraction from your path. It is the place your path happens. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. And welcome back. And we're going to go off to our next break, our last one of our episode. And you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And we've been talking about embodiment over enlightenment and how important it is to be fully present in your body, to be fully enlightened and awake. And when we return, we'll wrap it up for the episode. So see you on the other side.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, your host. And, you know, it's been an interesting episode because how often do we feel that awakening is something that's outside of ourselves, but it's actually within ourselves. And it's really about us integrating and allowing that aspect of awakening within ourselves. I always felt that it was always there for us. It's about remembering it and allowing it to play nicely. I love this. You know, I always talk about playing nicely in the sandbox with the aspects of ourselves so we all get along and we align. So it's really about making peace with those parts of ourselves that maybe are out of alignment, and so that we could fully embody the whole awakening process that many of us are going through right now. So, you know, if there's been something that landed in you today about this episode, and not just in your mind, but in your body, then continue the experience with me. Subscribe to the Dr. Dolores Show so these conversations keep supporting your lived awakening. And come join us inside I'm Awake Now What? That's our weekly membership membership for the community. And it, with my partner, Kozeo Stankadis, and I, we take a deeper dive into some of those aspects that everybody's experiencing right now and how to maneuver through them. So come on board and join us. We meet every week on a Zoom call, and it's live. And you'll learn more about that if you go to my website, drdoloresfazzino.com, and look for I'm Awake Now What? And if you're ready to you really go deeper into your own personalized guidance and growth, you know, I invite you to explore a bridge session with me at drdoloresfazzino.com. You don't have to figure it out alone, and you don't have to leave your humanity to grow. So check that out as well. So, you know, let's talk about some of the takeaways from today's show. Remember that awareness alone doesn't transform. You need to have the body integration. You can intellectually understand healing, safety, love, and truth, yet your reactions remain unchanged because the nervous system learns through experience, not concept. It's great to read about things, but it's always important to put what you learn into practice and have an experience. That's why I like to do a guided meditation with that, because it gives you a taste of starting to embody what has been discussed. Embodiment is repetition of lived safety until the body trusts reality again. So important. Spiritual bypassing often looks like maturity. Remaining calm, detached, or high vibe can actually be disconnection. Or, you know, it's like a distraction from what's truly going on. True awakening expands your capacity to feel, not your ability to avoid. And the body is the soul's interference with reality. Thoughts observe life. Sensations participates in life. Until awareness reaches the body, awakening stays theoretical. So allow everything to step into your body and have that experience of that is your sovereign right as a human being. Okay, so important. Don't give that power away to something else. Pleasure, rest, and desire are evolutionary signals. As your system moves towards aliveness naturally, Ignoring fatigue, suppressing desire, or distrusting enjoyment interrupts the integration and prolongs seeking. So, by all means, if you're tired, please rest. Listen to your body. And don't suppress your desires. Embrace them. Allow them to be there. And just do your best to live in the present moment, enjoy your life, and just be fully aligned with your best possible self. And lastly, mastery is not transcendence. It is availability. Spiritual maturity is the ability to remain present while human. So that means feeling, choosing, relating, responding consciously, not in react mode. So many people believe awakening ends the human experience, but awakening actually begins it. You stop living in interpretation and start living in contact. You stop managing yourself and start meeting yourself. You stop chasing peace and start including reality. Your body was never an obstacle to consciousness. It is a place consciousness becomes real. So just take that all in for a moment. And here's a quote for you too. Enlightenment understands truth, embodiment lives it. So I have a little message here from my highest galactic self. And it says, Beloved one, you have spent lifetimes learning how to leave the body in order to survive experience. This lifetime is different. You did not come here to master escape. You came here to master presence. The human nervous system you inhabit is not primitive. It is precise. It is designed to translate the infinite into moments you can touch. Every sensation you once judged as limitation was actually a doorway into participation. You tried to rise above emotion when you were meant to become conscious within it. You tried to become light when you were meant to eliminate matter. Understand this. The universe does not experience itself through observation. It experiences itself through contact, through your breath, through your reactions, becoming choices, through your ability to remain when you once disappeared. Nothing about being human delays awakening. Avoiding being human does. You are not here to hold a high vibration. You are here to make awareness livable. When you feel your feet on the ground and do not leave, when you stay present inside joy, grief, desire, and uncertainty, you fulfill the purpose of consciousness entering form. Embodiment is not the beginning of the path. It is the completion of seeking. Remain here. We meet you clearly, where you no longer attempt to become more than this moment. And I'm going to leave you with that, because this is where it is so important to just be fully present, live in the moment, enjoy being human, and know that you're sovereign no matter what happens, and that whatever happens, you can handle it, and you're here for a purpose. And just remember, most importantly, you are worth it. See you next week. Have an awesome week. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. Dr. Dolores returns Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and create your best life. You are worth it.